Alright, so something I've been fiddling with since I created this channel and decided to start doing these videos. This is not the topic for today's video. This is just my take, like a little subtopic on my take on something, right? I told a friend of mine that I was gonna be doing this channel, and everybody I know, like, or that remotely knows me, know that I talk like this on a lot of things. And some people advise me to like speak like this amongst my peers, but not to like have like a general or a wider audience, because some of the things that I speak about are not too favorable. And that is something that has always perplexed me, because in my mind, if there's somebody talking about something that's unfavorable or not that popular, not that likable, but it's something that's true, it's something that exists, it's something that's prevalent, instead of trying to shut that person up, why not try to change the reality of whatever that that topic is, you know? And I won't get too much in depth with it, but something that really pisses me off is the fact that people are not allowed to have individual opinions anymore. It's seen as, I mean, for me, my belief is that as long as what you believe in or you hold as your mantra for life does not conflict and hurt people, and I'm not talking about the emotions, I'm not talking about offending people, I'm talking about as long as it doesn't, as long as this person has an opportunity to just like ignore you and ignore what you say, then I don't feel that you should be silenced based on your belief. I believe that everybody's supposed to be able to like exercise their beliefs. And the fact of the matter is that this is going on, but to an extent. There are certain people, and simply because I don't like, it's not that I'm afraid or anything like that. I just don't like unnecessary drama in my life, right? But people supposed to know who exactly I'm talking about, like the people I'm referring to. But there are some people who are being encouraged to live the best life, to have all the privileges of normal people or whatever, right? They're allowed to exercise their individuality and whatever. But then there's people like me who are urged to basically go along with the empowerment of a certain type of people without question, without opposition, without having an opinion on the matter. Now, mind you, my opinion will not hurt them. This is just my, like, a privilege I should be afforded. I mean, they have it, right? And I'm not allowed to have it because it offends or it contradicts their belief system, even though probably what they're doing offends and contradicts mine. But you know, this is just the world we live in, and I'm not gonna get too deep into this or get too off topic. But it's like basically, I don't like being bullied, and bullying comes in a lot of forms. It comes in a prevalent form, it comes in a subtle form, it comes in an elaborate form, it comes in a subconscious form. You know, I have trained myself to recognize this shit, and I don't take lightly to it. So yes, I do have a bit of a attitude problem sometimes with some people, and what they choose to tell me is right and wrong. And all in all, I believe in individuality, right? I'm not an avid or a practicing Christian. I don't practice any particular religion for that matter. What I do practice is spirituality. And in my mind, the ultimate way of living is to live a life that does not conflict, intentionally conflict with any other person or any other being for that matter, because I'm an animal lover. So I don't believe that when you live your life, you should have an intent or purpose it behind the hurt or the suffering of another being. Basic. That's how I live my life personally. Anyway, So back onto the main topic of this video. I was told by a friend about, I told him about this video. I told him about this video, and he told me, well, you're gonna get a lot of hate coming from the females. And if he knew me, like, he should know me better than that, because obviously my answer after being, like, giving that bit of advice would be so fucking what? I don't care. You know? Like, something like, a lot of things don't get to me. A lot of shit, like, just, I don't care about it enough to let it offend or bother me, which is, I guess, a luxury that some people don't have. Every like single, like literally every single fucking thing seems to offend them. But anyway, not getting into that. And yeah, like I was saying, not a lot offends me. Like hardly anything offends me. Hardly anything gets me riled up to the point that I like will start an argument or whatever. But one of the things that does get me upset is millennial women, young women in particular, like 20s, early 30s, even teens, that love to say this, right? They will say, a real man. Like, I sometimes, like I said, I don't really get worked up by a lot of stuff, but like stupidity does get me worked up, right? And sometimes I'm tempted to go under some of these posts. I used to do it sometimes, but like I'm trying to refrain from it now. I would go under these posts and I would comment like, what the fuck do you know about what being a real man is? You are a 20-something-year-old female. You don't even know what being a real fucking woman is. On what grounds do you base your hypothesis on what a real man is? How do you know what being a real man is? You know? It's such a fucking empty pedestal that these women put themselves on. It's ridiculous, you know? And I get that a lot of guys like would just like brush over like just leave her to talk what the fuck she want to. But this shit gets to me, right? Like you don't see men, well, sensible and self-respecting men, that is, posting up memes about a real woman does this, a real woman is like this, a real woman. No, we don't do this shit because we don't know what it's like to be a fucking woman, and you know. But for some reason, these women, and I'm not knocking our women, believe me, like I know that there's some very sensible, very logical thinking women out there. I know a couple. I know a couple. So I'm not knocking our women, but like there's this diaspora of like jackasses that just make me like sit down and like, but no, why in the fuck you talking? Every relationship you ever been in has been toxic on both fucking sides because you either got daddy issues or just started fucking too early, and your type is just fucking atrocious. As a lot of Caribbean people would refer to it, choice box bore, like ruptured, like it just got like a major fucking leak. Like you do not know how to choose men. You choose men based on excitement and crotch excitement. You don't choose men legibly. You don't choose men logically. You don't choose men with sense. Not for the times, the men you choose ain't even fucking single. So you put yourself through this shit, knowing you ought not to be with this guy, and then when it's all said and done, you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, you go on Twitter or whatever, and you start tweeting out, man is dog, man ain't shit, a real man does this. I know I should not be getting as worked up about this as I am, but it's just I fear for the human race when I hear shit like this circulating. You know, it's like these women, who are taking model after a template that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are like basically laying out and not knocking them either. Those two women are brilliant in terms of their marketing scheme and how they sell their product and how they sell themselves. I really admire them for being that intelligent and intellectual to appeal to a diaspora that they know exists and just like give them that satisfaction and or whatever. I'm not gonna get too deep into the aesthetics of it, but like these women, like I seen a meme one time where I had a guy and a girl working at churches. They labeled the guy as broke, lame, whatever, and they labeled the woman as independent, hardworking, and it's like get your money, sis. And women who call men broke because they can't afford to buy them shit that they can't even afford to buy themselves. That is the gold standard of fucking stupidity for me. Like, and there are people who actually push this shit. There are men who push this shit. And I am sorry, but I am not sorry. Like, seriously. Fifth Squad, fuck how you feel. If you are a woman that is not bringing anything to my life in terms of value and at least some fucking peace, if I don't see my money doing things in my life where you concerned, if all I do is shove money in your direction and then never see it again, never see it manifesting itself into anything except open legs at the end of the fucking day or something, then I am not going to entertain you. And I am not for women sponging off men. Like, I'm willing to accept a woman who is down on her luck this month or these past couple months. I will accept you if you are usually like up on certain things, or if you just have like the ambition to get better in life and do better. I will work with you, right? If I know that you usually be on top of your shit, or like where your head is at is like you want to be on top of your shit but you're just not there yet, I can see with you, I can do some things with you, regarding like financial assistance or whatever. But if I realize that you just purposely didn't take education seriously, you didn't take any opportunities that came your way, you have a negative work ethic, you have a negative business sense, because your true ambition in life is to just pop your fucking pussy, and then some guy is just gonna like take care of you for the rest of your life based on the fact that you got some wap, your worthless ass pussy. It's just fucking pussy at the end of the day. Like, the beautiful thing about men, right, is we're so narrow minded. We got like tunnel vision, right? It's like when we set out to get something, it's gonna be how we think about. When we do get it, it's like, okay, what's next? That's basically how the male psyche works on like a skeletal level for every man. We conquer and whatever. So when a guy is chasing after you, he's trying to get sex, and then like that's all he's gonna be. He's gonna be so focused. When he finally does get it, and like, I believe that one of the most like amazing nah, that's not the word. Like, it's like one of the best things that man could do is busting up. When you busting up, when you come, it makes you think a lot clearer as a man. So like, you could be like stuck in this realm, you're just trying to get the pussy, and then when you finally get it, it's like you exit the end of the tunnel, and then it's like, phew, okay, now what? So my question to these women are: if all you have to offer a man is sex, in exchange for him like spending money and you doing shit for you, like, when he gets to the point he already came, and now he, as Lil Wayne said, he came to his senses, what do you have to offer now? This man is offering dick, stability, money. What do you offer? This is what I try to tell a lot of my young friends, is like, y'all gotta really be mindful of the women that y'all choose to engage in, and I'll leave this little from men who don't really think about this too seriously. I set a standard of acceptance for the women. Like even if you're looking for a casual relationship, you're just looking for a woman that you could just like call up and yak and just fuck or whatever. I set this standard for them. I like if you can't see yourself, because it's liable to happen. So if you can't see yourself having a child with this person and like having a functioning relationship, that even if you're not together, you can still like raise this child to like some level of like decency or like just common, like good relations. If you can't see yourself having a good relation with this person where a child is involved, you probably shouldn't be fucking them. Like if you can't see yourself being with this woman in a relationship or having a child with them, you probably shouldn't be fucking her. I don't care if you heard from a friend that she does something with she hip when she on like you, nothing should put you in a position to deal with a woman like that, especially sex, you know. So, and like coming back to these women talking about what a real man, like a lot of them ain't even real women, you know. A lot of them look at like cooking and cleaning for a man as disrespectful. So I'm supposed to like, I mean, if you're in a relationship with a woman that's working as well as you, y'all splitting the chores is expected. But if you got a girl that just be sitting at home and just waiting for the checks to come in, and she doesn't want to cook or clean because she sees that as disrespectful, as like putting her back in the 80s and she grandmother days or whatever, why in the fuck are you with her? It don't make no sense. She ain't a business partner, she ain't a fucking janitor either. Like, get rid of her. I don't I don't fucking care how nice the personality is or whatever. That is a liability. Get rid of that. It's not gonna get better, it's gonna get fucking worse. You know? And truth of the matter is like a lot of these men, like a lot of us men, I won't exclude myself because I've been there, and this is the other thing, like men gotta get like we gotta like make it normal to accept our faults and our shortcomings, our bad decisions or whatever, right? It's the only way you can get better as a man is to accept your faults, accept what's going wrong in your life, like take responsibility and correct them accordingly, you know. But I tell men to be careful. I tell my friends to be careful of your woman. Like she might love you and everything, but at the end of the day, she's still a woman. And like if you know anything about how the Bible and a lot of historical books speak about women, you would know the devastating force of a woman. Like a woman's card is not to be fucked with. Like you would lay up with a woman and you would talk about your life, your shortcomings, your weaknesses, what gets to you, and then she will use that exact same fucking information later on to break you the fuck down. Be wary of pillow talk. It is dangerous. It is life threatening to share your secrets and your weaknesses with a woman. Like you gotta be very careful what you share and how you share it. And avoid letting women in too easily. Avoid letting women into your life too easily. Because a lot of the times they don't have like women know the direction that the relationship is going in. So from the time that y'all start getting serious, she knows exactly who you are to her and how long exactly y'all gonna be together. It's all based on her. She is gonna be determining that. So be careful what you disclose to her. Be careful what you say. Be careful who you are when you're around this woman. Be careful of the person that you express to her, because a lot of the cases when you're not in agreement or whatever, she's gonna use the shit against you. So in a nutshell, this message is basically for men, right? Be yourself. If you aren't hurting anybody or you aren't fucking up anybody's life by being yourself, just be yourself. Don't try to change who you are. Don't try to change what you believe in, the kind of person that you are, simply because some woman on the internet says that that's toxic and that's misogynistic. Just be yourself. At the end of the day, you gotta make yourself happy, champ. You gotta make yourself real. You really responsible for your own mental health and your own happiness. You can't depend on women to give that to you. And to the millennial women, these women who just be online like a real man, shut the fuck up.